This episode of Cartoon Fight Club is sponsored by Jacked. Jacked is a free membership rewards program. That's right, you can earn awesome rewards simply by doing the things you already love doing. After you download the free application, you can earn points by downloading and playing any of the 400 plus supported games, or watch videos and complete activities in the Earn section of the Jacked website or mobile app. Games like Minecraft, Roblox, Overwatch, Battlefield, and much more. Games that you probably already play right now without getting rewarded for it. So why not start earning some cool and awesome things for the games you love playing? Head on over to jack.com by clicking the link below and let them know that Animation Rewind sent you. That's jack.com. So what are you waiting for? Click that link now. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the 88th episode of Cartoon Fight Club. I'm your host, Animation Rewind, and if you're new to this series, then be sure to check out the older content. But if you know how the game is played, then let's get ready for the fight. Tonight's battle was animated by Firesonic 007 Studios, so if you enjoy what you see, be sure to head on over to his channel and subscribe. Speaking of tonight's battle, we have a fight between Peter Parker and Tim Drake. But to make the fight fair, instead of having a full-fledged Spider-Man go up against Robin, we are going to limit him to his days as the Human Spider. That way this fight can be fair and exciting. With all this being said, let's introduce Cartoon Fight Club's 88th round of fighters. Peter Parker is not your typical bookworm college student, but like most college students, he does try everything he can to make some extra cash when the opportunity strikes. And thanks to his radioactive spider powers, he has the ability to land jobs that most college students wouldn't end up with. That's right, Peter took part in many tri-state wrestling events. His Uncle Ben told him that with great power comes great responsibility. But Peter in his early days shrugged that off and used his power for personal gain. Peter was a great wrestler, but there was one wrestler that he can't beat, and his name is...
No! My name's not Rick!
Oh, you thought I was going to use that John Cena meme? Well, to be honest, I would have, but I already used that meme like too many times. And it's getting kind of stale, but I'm getting off track. Back to Spidey. And actually, that last line before the SpongeBob meme was false. No one could beat Peter Parker, aka the Human Spider, at his profession. The Human Spider was undefeated, winning every match he ever took part in. But who could be surprised by this? Thanks to Peter's radioactive DNA, he can lift up to 10 tons and run over 200 miles per hour. With that kind of power, defeating normal humans in wrestling matches isn't too hard of a task. But Peter's raw strength isn't the only thing that gets him through most of his matches. His spider sense plays a major role with decision making and reacting to fast-paced combat. Now, the Human Spider's sense isn't as sharp as Spider-Man's, but it's still good enough to react to trained combatants. And clearly the biggest problem that the Human Spider faces is his lack of skill. He doesn't truly know how to use his powers like his future Elias Spider-Man can. The Human Spider has little to no experience with crime fighting. He only takes a part in vigilante work if he has some type of personal gain to go along with. During this time in Peter's life, saving the day and making sure that he's in top condition wasn't on his to-do list. His to-do list was mainly filled with trying to profit and finding easy routes to success. Overall, the Human Spider has extremely impressive strength and a really useful spider sense. However, he has almost zero skill in vigilante crime fighting and has hardly ever faced any superpowered characters in his life. From Marvel to DC, let's discuss Robin. In the Young Justice universe, Tim Drake is the third and current Robin. He is an important member of the team. which is possibly the most generic team name in superhero history. Regardless of names, this squad is led by both Aqualad and Nightwing. What does Robin have to say about this?
I don't give a fuck.
Well, actually, for the most part, Robin is a very cooperative member, but like all teenagers his age, sometimes he can be quite a hothead. Like most of the Tim Drakes in the DC universe, this version of Robin is the lightest, most acrobatic, and most agile among the Robins. Thanks to his slender physique, he's also the fastest Robin, being able to keep up with Batman on near equal footing. Robin doesn't possess any superhuman powers, but he does have a utility belt with a super wide array of gadgets and weapons. These include, but aren't limited to, many explosives, grapples, smoke pellets, ice bombs, batarangs, and a mini supercomputer. His most notable weapon is his bow staff, which is also his signature weapon. It can be used to strike and attack and be spun around as a makeshift shield. The composition of this staff is strong enough to block blasts of energy and support large amounts of weight. Now, Tim Drake isn't the most skilled or well-trained as the other Robins, but that's not to say that he's super skilled and trained in general. He trains and competes with superhumans nearly every single day, and he does have a lot of experience facing and beating foes with deadly superpowers. But let's also not forget that Tim Drake is almost always with guidance. Only on rare occasions do we see Tim Drake successfully accomplish missions all on his own. The Young Justice program is basically filled with heroes who could use the apprenticeship offered by the Justice League. Overall, Tim Drake is a highly skilled warrior with many useful gadgets that are built to take down extremely powerful villains. However, Tim himself is just a human with human limits. And now, let's get ready for the fight. This battle will take place in New York City with no prep time. Let the battle begin.
Ben.
Loser!
Wait, Uncle Ben was still alive during Spider-Man's time. As a human spider, this joke is of no value with that realization. Whoever felt that doing this joke would be funny is completely stupid.
2 hours later.
Or die! Fight! Eat this!
Show yourself!
Say cheese!
Well, it looks like the human spider remains undefeated. Now, before we discuss why he wins, I want to give a huge shout out to the battle animator, Firesonic 007 Studios. If you enjoyed what you saw, head on over to his channel and subscribe. Now let's discuss the human spider versus Robin. Peter Parker wins, and here's why. While yes, Tim Drake is far more skilled and experienced than the human spider is when it comes to facing superpowered beings, But without any prep time, Robin still won't have any real way to get past Peter's spider sense. Robin was trained to make stealth and decisive actions his strongest moves in his arsenal, but Peter's spider sense is a natural bypass to all of that stuff Robin trained for. Also, from a physical standpoint, don't even get me started on how unfair it is to compare Peter's limits to Tim's limits. Peter can run over 200 miles per hour and lift over 10 tons, which is 20,000 pounds. Batman himself can only lift 1,000 pounds, so I can't even imagine how weak Robin would be compared to the human spider. And sure, because the human spider has almost no vigilante fighting experience, this battle is no curb stomp. He's so unskilled that this match is a much closer call than you would think. Many could argue that Robin could simply just overwhelm Peter with explosives. But then again, thanks to Peter's spider sense, he would know when and how to react to nearly all incoming projectiles. The winner of this fight is the human spider. Now, if you want to see a rematch with prep time, you know what to do. Comment down below the word rematch, and if this episode gets 4,000 rematch comments, there will be a rematch. Also, don't forget to comment down your ideas for future Cartoon Fight Club episodes. They may even become a future episode of Cartoon Fight Club. And stay tuned, because the next fighters are going to be revealed on the next episode of Cartoon Fight Club.
Chance to be in our own video game. Maybe we shouldn't have written the proposal in crayon. Relax. You know he's gonna call back.
Oh yeah, because of the
Deadpool! Hey, it's Peter. You know, dickhead. Remember when I called you earlier and told you no? I'm such a joker, because I meant yes, of course.